Deliveries, Sports Direct cup of tea, coffee even, black, because I ain't no bitch. And then, this is what dreams are made of. We're finally, literally, God, what a mountain, cooking on gas. So I've got 5 metres of pipe. And then this should be the regulator. That was quite the task. Let's hope today doesn't stay like that. What we got? I'm opening it up and showing you like I know what I'm looking at, but I have not got a clue. Apparently this is what we need. Sick. It's going to fit. Little bit of fascinating facts. The thread on that is normal because it's an inert gas. If it was a flammable thread, then they have reverse threads to stop idiots undoing them. Isn't that cool? Trivia. Right. The weld is set other than the regulator, so we can't use it yet. But we can look at all the crap in here. There's a hole, don't know if you can see it. So we've got to sort that out. We've got to sort, it goes right down to the bottom there. But there's also this one. Just about there, you can just see there's a hole here, right? So this is our new bit. There you go, fixed. Start it up, send it out. So I've marked down there in pen the size of that. That is our absolute size of this. We want to be, I don't know, what do we reckon, 50 mil in at least to give us enough bite. So let's hope when we cut, I'm going to cut along here, down there, and then probably here, and we've got to hope that it's good metal. Fingers crossed. So the front and rear arch, we need this out of the way, which is the CD changer. So let's whip that off. 3, 2, 1. Bosh. Look at that. So we'll look at this, and then I've got a feeling we've got to take the outer panel off, which I don't want to do. So I don't know whether you can leave the glass in with that off. But this is where we are. I've cut this away. That sort of just comes over here and laps over. I don't know how well you can see this. And then there's like a gap here and a rubber seal. So we've basically got weld onto that and weld onto this. And then it just covers the rest of it. And then this side is kind of all prepped. You could do with another little clean up. That's where we want to be with that. And then I need to decide whether to change the whole arch or just cut the bottom piece off and make good, because this is solid. I mean, it's a little bit crusty there, but it's not rotten, it's just bubbly. So I'll make a decision on that in a bit. Let's carry on digging in here and prepping that crap. Right, we are going to trial Rosie. You're going to be a little garage dog. What are you doing? You need to keep guard, make sure no one comes in. If anyone tries to nick the tools, you've got to attack them, yeah? You do that? You gonna do that? But you're not allowed past the line, you've got to go back in. I don't think this is going to work very well. Rosie, in. Rosie, don't you run out. Good girl. What I need to do is stop doing loads of work and then forget to film it. We've got progress. That is a pig to get off. Absolutely not a mess. All them bolts you've got to do from either underneath or through there, and it doesn't sound that hard when I say it like that, but that was a job. But yeah, look man, not demure. So let's just cut this off because it's just spot welds and I'm good at them. Yeah. And then we can get this in place, get the inner in place and get that seatbelt anchor in place. And I'm still waiting for a gas regulator, which should arrive today. And if that does arrive today, I can't see any reason why we can't get this bit done. And I will be quite happy with that, I think. And then we can move on to the front bits. But prep work's the longest bit. Getting that rear wing off was also the longest bit. And then, in my infinite wisdom, I think, so that is replacing that, yeah? But if I cut literally in here all the way along, it will leave me this that I can still weld to, right? And then I can make a decision whether I take it off from down here or not. But at least that will give me a solid mounting point onto here. So that's my plan, and then we can just literally cut along there, slide it in, and then weld it. It's so easy. God. Are you bored of it already? That's not what garage dogs do. You're meant to be over here watching and getting in the way. So to me, this makes perfect sense. Where is it? Okay, so I've had a look. So we've done a little couple of little holes here because as I'm going, I can clamp it and spot it and all the rest of it, and a couple of little plug welds will hold that in place. Nice and tight, and then we can do proper welds around all the edges without it moving. So that's the plan with that, and then we can weld all the way around the inside and all the way around the outside of it, and that ain't going nowhere. That's a seatbelt, so it's got to be good. Then we've been cutting in here, and I know this is loose and maybe I should have measured it, but what I've done is that's where it is. So that's what the thickness of a disc from where it originally was. And then our inner arch can then, same idea, I'm going to drill a load of holes along there to spot weld it. I can put that in position, I can weld the post to it properly in its position when this is on here, and then we can cut away that last bit once it's all held in place. That's the plan. It's easy, man. Still waiting for the regulator.